Hey, what's up everybody? Today I will be going over a text-based project of mine. This project deals with the computer communicating with the user in hopefully a fun way. The user will be asked for their name and age before getting into a couple of number guessing games along with a betting game at the end. I approached this task of writing the program pretty much by pure curiosity. I think the user to computer interaction is very interesting and I wanted to try it out for myself. The main obstacle was just getting all the loops and try-catches to work correctly. Google was definitely my best friend when I got stuck in any way. I feel like online searches has to be your best friend if you want to be a programmer though. Alright, anyways, why don't I just run through this project and try to be a mean user who doesn't like to follow the directions by trying to crash the program and follow along with some of the code as it happens. So let's go ahead and run this code. Give this some space here. Alright, so first you're prompted with a systemout.print that says pretty much what's up, what should I call you, what's your name. So let's enter, well, nothing, just press enter. Alright, and it responded with this while statement that prints out, come on, you must have a name. And this happens because right before that we set the variable username to being nothing in the string. So if that happens, then print out this line here. Alright, but let's give ourselves a real name. How about Bob? Alright, so then after you correctly getting a name in here, we are presented with the next question of what is your age? Alright, well, what if my age is FTW? Well, I guess that didn't work. Enter your real age. Alright, let's just do a real age, I guess. Here it does a conversion of how many hours you've been alive, and goes on to the next question. Are you ready for the best adventure of your life? It gets to this part, it doesn't really matter what the user enters. You could say no or yes, doesn't matter. And it'll print out the next thing. Alright, so we need to guess a number between 0 and 10. Let's just try 12. 12 is not between 0 and 10, try again. So this is going to be under the inside the while loop. Well, it's trying to get the correct answer. This loop will continue while the guess is not the correct answer. So if ours is 12, it should print out not between 0 and 10. Look for that right here. It's going to be under this if statement because the guess is either below 0 or above 10. Now let's try if the guess is 0. This prints out just like it says down here. Let's try a number between the correct range but not the correct number. The correct number for this game is going to be 2, so if I tried 3, I should say this right here, which it does. Or let's try 1. Close. Let's try a letter maybe, or lots of letters. Not a valid integer. Alright, let's just go ahead and press the correct answer, which is 2, and we'll move on to the next portion. And what happens here is it will tell you how many failed attempts you have, how many points will be added to your score, and your total score so far. This little user score plus is our counter, so whenever the user messes up on their response and or doesn't get the correct answer, add 1 to that. Alright, so next game is going to start here, and the question asked is, what is your guess of the number between 10 and 20? Alright, so in this one we don't have a set number like we did in the previous one. The previous game we set the correct answer to 2. Now what we're going to be doing is using a random number generator to have a number picked between 10 and 20. So even I don't know what number it's going to be. So let's try and go through the same practice here. What's your guess? I don't know. What's between 10 and 20? Is it 500? No, it's too high. Alright, let's try negative 0.50. Too low. Alright, let's do, I don't know. Alright, not a valid integer. Let's start getting into the correct range there so we can move on. 15, too high. 13, too high. 12. Alright, so that worked. And now it's going to print the results for you. And that's going to happen under the driver. So far what's happened in the driver is just we've started a timer, we started the player introduction, which is the minigame, and once that minigame finishes, once the user finishes the second guessing number game, which we just did, it'll stop the timer, and it's going to print the results. So it's going to print right here is going to be right here. So the results for, remember we typed in earlier Bob, 25 years old. It's going to print that out using the getters, and then it's going to do a toString printout right here. So now it's going to say everything in order and how long it took to finish those games. And now moving on to the next game. So now it's going to call this class over here the gambling game. And so basically you start with $1,000. You need to either win to get to 2,000 or lose if you run out of money. Let's just try for purposes to do something out of bounds. So we have $1,000, right? We can bet 2,000, right? No, we shouldn't be able to. So it's correct, we should not be able to, and it won't let us. Let's try a negative number. Nope. Try 0. Nope. Alright, let's try something in range. 500. Hey, we won. Good job. 500 more and we'll finish the game. Alright, I guess we're lucky this time. And the build is complete. The program is all finished here. But let's go back to this gambling game really quick and see what's happening. So while your money is greater than 0, this whole loop is going to keep playing out here. Let's get more space. And since we start you off with 1,000, the loop is already going to start right here. We're going to go first to the amount staked. So that's going to ask the user how much he or she wants to bet. Let's go there really quick. We go into this loop where the user is going to be asked how much to bet. And these are just some if and else if statements to make sure they're in bounds. Even the input mismatch in case they do like a character or letter. And once they correctly bet in the right range, this is going to print out how much they bet with a good luck. Next up, it's going to roll the dice. So we go to the roll. Roll, it's going to be a random roll between 1 and 100, or 0 and 100. And then return the roll. Okay, got the roll. Then we check who won. Is the next up. Let's go down to who won. So it's player versus computer. It's going to roll the player, roll the computer. And if the player, actually they roll here. This is just printing out what they roll. So player rolls, computer rolls. And if the player roll is higher than the computer roll, we're going to execute the method stake 1. If the player roll is lower than the computer roll, we're going to execute the method stake last. So since we won, both times actually, we're going to create a new variable, new amount, which is going to be whatever your money was plus whatever you staked. And we're going to sum those up and make that an updated variable as your money from the new amount. And then just get print out how much money you have now. And then if your money is equal to or greater than 2,000, you beat the game, return your money, go back to the very beginning here, and if your money is again greater or equal to 2,000, it's going to print out saying that the computer is shutting down, And if your money is lower than or equal to 0, so if you run out of money, I'll tell you that, and then shut down. Alright, that's pretty much it. Hope this helped you guys out, and have a nice rest of your day. Later.